Good morning, third graders. Welcome to Second Step on this beautiful Monday morning.
Today, we're going to be talking to you about having a good conversation.
Now, there are 5 important things to be thinking about while you are having a conversation with a friend. Now, we're going to talk about each of the 5 things, okay? So listen carefully. Number 1 is focused attention. Making sure when you have a conversation, you are focusing on the person and what they're talking about.
The second thing is listening. You need to make sure when you're having a conversation, you're listening and you understand what the person you're talking to is saying.
Number 3 is asking questions or making comments related to what the person is talking about. So if Miss Pelza was telling me about basketball, I might ask her questions or make comments about the conversation to show that I am focused and listening to what she is saying.
The fourth thing is a friendly voice. It's much more easy to talk to someone that's talking kindly towards you. A nice voice, and it's easy to listen to.
Yes. And number 5, body language. Making sure you might be giving head nods, or making that relationship on being surprised if they're telling a story or looking concerned if they're sharing something important to them. So those 5 things, focused attention, listening, questions and comments, a friendly voice, and body language. So let's jump into our lesson today. Here we go.
All right.
Here are Joseph and Chang waiting for the school bus. Chang started riding Joseph's bus last week. The boys don't know each other very well. Joseph thinks Chang seems nice. Think about how Joseph can make friends with Chang. Turn and tell your partner your ideas. Possibly, he might be able to introduce himself, start a conversation, or maybe invite Chang to play. Joseph decides to start a conversation with Chang, but he's not sure what to talk about. Noticing things he has in common with Chang might help him.
Focus your attention on the photo. Touch your head when you notice something the boys have in common. Joseph notices that he and Chang are reading the same book. He decides that's a good topic to start the conversation. Now Joseph has a topic, but how can he begin the conversation with Chang? Maybe he could greet him, introduce himself, or ask a question. Speaking in a friendly way helps start a conversation. How can Joseph show friendliness? Joseph uses his assertiveness skills to introduce himself to Chang in a friendly way. He tells Chang he's reading the same book and asks Chang about others in the series. Soon they're chatting about their most and least favorite books.
Questions and comments help a conversation going. Think about what skills for learning will help you. Turn and tell your partner your ideas. Listening and focus attention might help Joseph. Focusing his attention on Chang and listens to him carefully. This helps him use what Chang is saying to think of other questions and comments to keep the conversation going. When the bus comes, Joseph and Chang can't find a seat together. What's a friendly way for Joseph to end the conversation? Maybe saying, "It was really nice to talk with you," or "I'll see you in class," or maybe making a plan to chat later. Joseph tells Chang it was nice talking to him. They decide to continue their conversation at recess. By making the conversation with Chang, Joseph is becoming friends with him.
Now we're going to practice making conversations. So we're going to have you get with your partner. So you'll have partner A and partner B again. And you're going to practice using those 5 skills that we talked about to have a conversation together. So the conversation we want you to have is on the topic of your favorite holiday. So we're going to have partner A start the conversation by telling partner B what their favorite holiday is. Remember, partner B, you want to carry on the conversation by asking questions or making comments. We want the conversation to last about, how long do you think?
I would say let's try for 3 minutes. All right? So Miss Pelzel and I are going to give you an example of how this conversation should go. So Miss Pelzel, do you want to be A or B today?
I will be A.
Alrighty, so that means I am B, and I am trying to remember those 5 important things. Focused attention, listening, questions and comments, friendly voice, and body language. Here we go.
All right. My favorite holiday is Christmas.
Your favorite holiday is Christmas? Why is Christmas your favorite holiday out of all the holidays, Miss Pelzel?
I just like it because my family always gets together at Christmas, and we have some very cool traditions that we do.
Cool. What are some of those traditions that you do?
Well, we always go to my grandma's for New Year or for Christmas Eve, and we play a game with presents. That's really fun. Everyone gets very into it.
Fun.
Yeah. What is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because I love eating all the turkey and the mashed potatoes and stuffing and corn. I love Thanksgiving.
That sounds delicious. Where do you go for Thanksgiving?
I go to my grandma's and then my mom hosts Thanksgiving. So it's really nice to be home for that time.
Very cool. All right. So if you noticed, we did a good job of focusing attention, listening to each other. You saw us head nodding too, showing us that we're using our body language and proving that we are listening. We also both asked each other questions and made comments. And lastly, we used a friendly voice. I wasn't scared when Mrs. Poppy was talking to me.
No. And it was really nice having that conversation because then I learned a little bit more about Miss Pelzel, that her favorite holiday is Christmas. So using conversation and those 5 techniques will help you carry on your conversations.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you, 3rd graders.